it, I just sell it.
I'll have a nice hot cup of tea, there's a dear. It is cold. I don't know why I'm here. I've got tea at home. What's this place called?
Restaurant.
I know that, but what's it?
Restaurant. That's what it's called. Restaurant.
I couldn't sleep. I've got pills at home if I can't sleep, but I don't like to take them. Pisces?
What?
Your sign, your birthday, Pisces?
Oh, no.
He's not real chummy.
Well, it's late. Oh, there, that is better.
Beautiful. Real?
Real.
Real gold. Valuable?
Real gold, but not apparently a real lighter. Do you have?
Hey, buddy. Got a light?
Thanks, love.
Thanks, love.
What are you?
Huh?
Your sign.
Oh, June 9th.
Oh, Gemini. You know, I was born at exactly midnight on April 19th or 20th, depending on how you look at it. It's been a problem ever since. I was born on the cusp.
Huh?
The cusp. That means I'm between an Aries and a Taurus. Between a ram and a bull. It's very awkward.
Yeah.
You know, every morning down at the office during coffee break, they read the horoscope and they'd ask me what I was. Well, I would say I'm on the cusp. Oh, after a while they gave up. After they had their little jokes like, my cusp runneth over. They stopped. Well, I pretended I wasn't interested, but I was. You know, I wanted to know my fortune just like the rest of them. There were 4 girls at the office, and they were all Virgos. Well, Elsie Fleming wasn't a Virgo, but at least she wasn't born on the cusp. You know, they were all married, but not me. Well, Elsie Fleming wasn't married either, but she went out a lot. all got married by following the advice of the horoscope. Well, how can I do that? Under Aries, it would say, romance finally comes out of its elusive hiding and is within reach. And under Taurus, it would say, be careful not to add new dimensions to what is already a satisfactory relationship. So when Ernie, he runs a 7-Eleven superette down at the corner, asked me to go with him to his bowling team's annual picnic, what could I do? There I was, caught on the horns of a dilemma, or in this case, on the horns of a ram and a bull. You know, I worried over that decision until I was all over red blotches, and Ernie didn't want to take me anyway. So there I was, with my nerves all gone and all over red blotches. And the girl who does my hair, well, she was gone that week, and a new girl did it, and she just made a mess out of it. I was so upset, I went right off my food. And Mother, who's a Libra, said I'd just pine away. Well, now, let me show you. That's when I ran across this little book, the Astrological Guide to Diet. So I bought it. Well, you know, nowhere in there under Aries or Taurus is there anything recommended for red blotches. But it does have good dietary tips for each. And so being on the cusp, I did both. You know, for example, now Aries, they need things like liver and kidneys and apricots and walnuts and mushrooms and navy beans. Oh, and be sure and drink plenty of herb tea. Now Taurus, they need things like extra iodine. And they should have things like wheat germ and peppermint and buckwheat pancakes and lamb, avocado, and spinach juice. So I did all that. Well, the red blotches didn't go away and I got fat. And even took notes on it, trying to find out what to do if you're caught between a ram and a ball. Well, there is no answer. Romance stayed in its elusive hiding, and I ruined my eyes from so much reading, and now I have to wear these thick corrective lenses, and the joints on my thumb and forefinger have enlarged from taking all those notes. And I'm still fat, blotchy, Ernie. But you know, there is hope in the stars. I never gave up that belief. And now that I'm a fat, blotchy, bespectacled, arthritic old maid, I still won't give it up. You know, finally I knew so much about astrology that they asked me to do the horoscope for the newspaper. And strange as it may seem, believe it or not, my column is now syndicated. And now I know, even for those born on the cusp, there is a fortune in the stars. How much for the tea, love?
Oh, 75.
Well, maybe I'll sleep. Maybe I won't. 75?
Yes, ma'am.
You live around here?
No, ma'am. Midtown, West 40s.
Oh, long way home this time of night, love. And cold. You know, you ought to find you a friend. Someone who lives close by that you could stay with on a night like this. Someone who enjoys company. When do you get off? Soon?
Late.
Oh, well. Keep the change. Anyway, love.
Dad? Dad? Dad, you? Dad? Oh, look at those feet. They're just crazy. Come here, now.
Mother!
Mickey.
Mother!
Oh, I'm sorry. Mike. I know how Eleanor feels about my calling a grown man Mickey. So how is Eleanor? Still smiling?
Cynthia, I'd like you to meet Laura Curtis, or I'd like you to meet Cynthia.
Oh, my dear.
You and Mike, I guess you two have already met.
I feel like we've known each other for years.
Decades.
Good. Well, yes, we thought that as long as we are at the doctor this morning getting our blood tests and shots, we may as well
Blood
meet
tests?
here. And...
Shots? What do you mean? blood
Now,
tests, shots?
Cynthia, don't get all upset. After all, these things are only as complicated as we choose to make them. As I used to say to your mother, 9/10 of the trouble people have is of their own making. Oh dear, I'm sorry, my dear. I'm afraid that's one habit you'll have to get used to. Seems that anything of any importance I ever had to say, I said to her mother. She was the only one that would listen.
So you both met at the doctor's. You know, your father and I met at the doctor's office.
Yeah, so radiologist.
We were both there for x-rays. X-rays? You never told me anything
No,
about
no, it's
x-rays.
nothing to be concerned about. Oh, the doctor was concerned at first. He found the dark spot. Turned out to be a nurse's finger.
I was there for a complete GI series, which practically takes all morning, all that barium. Oh. I was sitting in the waiting room between x-rays, looking through a magazine.
That's Time, 2 months old.
And your father was sitting across the room, also looking at Time.
And the latest issue.
Well, he noticed that I wasn't interested in my magazine, so he came over and said to me very respectfully, "My dear lady, this is the latest issue of Time. Perhaps you'll find it more engrossing."
And then she said, "No, thank you, unless you're completely finished with it."
And he said, "Frankly, I prefer the monthly magazines. They have a much higher percentage of accuracy. They're only wrong once a month." Well, I knew right away he was a man with a sense of humor.
So, you met at the radiologist's office and it was obviously love at first sight.
No, not exactly at first sight. I think that happened later. In Central Park.
Yes, that day you almost got arrested.
My mother? Arrested?
Well, you see, I was trying out my new camera on the statue of General Sherman in front of the Plaza Hotel. Well, I was posing Laura in front of it, and well, suddenly she looked up and said, "Oh, that poor, lonely man."
General Sherman?
Nobody pays any attention to him, except pigeons.
Well, you know what a neat person his mother is.
Oh, yeah?
Well, suddenly she decides to climb up on the general's horse to try and improve his complexion. Well, it would have made a terrific picture, except at just that moment we heard the first police siren.
The police?
It seems there's a law against climbing up generals.
Yes. Well, once they started shouting at her, a big crowd gathered. Well, when she dismounted, they gave your mother a standing ovation.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, Samuel took pictures of the whole thing, and we're going to try to sell it to Ms. Magazine.
Yeah, you would.
Well, why not? They're some of the best action pictures I've ever taken. Oh, there they are. Show them the one of you shouting police brutality.
Oh, here's my favorite.
Your mother's taking a course in senior citizen self-protection. Well, you should have seen that policeman back away. He'd never encountered a militant grandmother before. Oh, he would have been very proud of your mother.
Oh, yes, proud.
Well,
Want some privacy? We have plenty of room.
Yes, I know, Cynthia's shrine. Your wife kept it intact. Very sentimental. Oh, where's the bathroom?
oh, poor Mickey.
Laura, my dear, I hope you won't take offense, but how did a charming woman like you ever raise a son like that? Well, then, of course, I have my Cynthia.
I guess because we went through the Depression, we tried to give them all the things that we never had.
Well, evidently we succeeded. I never had a neurosis, but my Cynthia has.
And I never had a nervous stomach, but my Mickey has.
Well, maybe we should have told him the truth.
No, I kind of like the idea of people thinking we're having an affair.
Well, I kind of like the idea myself. Oh, my dear. I hope that no one will think that I'm not being fair to Florence, but I just wish that I'd met you long ago.
Thank you, Samuel.
Oh, to be young again, the two of us. Think of it.
To be able to drink coffee together instead of Sanka.
Yes, and to feel the blood coursing through our arteries without wondering whether we need an electrocardiogram.
To be able to run hand in hand through the park without being afraid one of us might trip and break a hip.
Oh, and to read poetry to you. You know, she always pretended to listen because she loved me, but, well, I don't think that Florence ever really understood or cared about poetry and mine.
You'll have plenty of time to read poetry aloud, Samuel.
Yes, but never enough time. There's just so much good poetry.
Bernard only read aloud to me from the Wall Street Journal. You know, he never made much money, but it made me feel good to pretend like it.
Well, man needs his pretenses.
You know, the fortunes Bernard made investing in the market on paper, but it did make me feel superior.
And you helped him feel that way.
Well, he was a good, kind, tender man. In that way, he was quite a bit like you.
You, Laura, my dear, I'm not jealous of him. I kind of like to think of Bernard as a friend who, near the end, might have said, Samuel, take care of Laura. Look after her. See that she's not alone. Pamper her. Care for her. Love her.
Oh, Samuel, that's such a lovely thought.
Laura, my darling, well, now the question has come up. Do you think we should have an affair?
I certainly think we ought to consider it.
Meet Jenny, who's just met her first-time date, Jim. Jenny's about to have an embarrassing date all her own because Jim's brought her to one of the poshest events of the year, a piano recital in honor of the Duke and Duchess of Gloucester. Of course, Jenny doesn't know that we've set up this recital, and she's about to find out that, unfortunately, this kind of music just puts Jim to sleep. Ooh, this was embarrassing. Jim does seem to have nodded off. Maybe if she suddenly nudges him, he'll wake up. maybe she needed to try something not so subtle. Maybe a surreptitious jab in the eye might wake him. Ooh, the Duchess seemed miffed. And so did the other guests. Maybe if she cuts up his air supply. It was going to be a long evening. Would nothing wake this man up? Well, the recital was obviously over, but Jim didn't want the date to end on a sour note, so he had a special piece of music dedicated just to her.
Stay with us. Totally Hidden Video. We'll be right back.
Drum would never set foot in a beauty shop. This is women's territory. He probably thinks we all run around naked or something.
There's somebody coming.
Oh, it's a strange woman with a strange dog.
That would be Weezer.
That is one ugly dog. What kind of dog is that? If Red had hair, he'd be a collie.
Lord, give us strength. This is it. I have found it. I am in hell.
Morning, Weezer.
Try to get on my good side. I no longer have one.
You're a little early. You're not expected till 11-ish.
That is precisely why I'm here. I have to cancel. I have to take my poor dog to the vet before he has a nervous breakdown. A dog, that is. The vet is perfectly healthy. You must be the new Hi. Would you get me some water, please? I have been screaming this morning.
Weezer, I'm sorry. This whole thing has gotten out of hand.
It is not your fault, Lynn. You know, I used to think you were crazy for marrying that land. And then for a few years, I thought that you were just a glutton for punishment. Now I realize you were on some mission from God. I have not slept in days. I look like a dog's dinner. However, when I got up this morning, I decided I would rise above it. I would start anew. Whatever that man has done, I would overlook it in honor of your wedding day, Shelby. So, I thought that I would make myself look a little presentable and boss up the house a bit in case somebody wanted to stop by, just being such a big day in the neighborhood and all. So I go out to cut me some fresh flowers for my living room. I go down to my magnolia tree and there is not a bloom on it.
Now, Weezer, the judge has not decided whose tree that is exactly.
It's mine. Be that as it may. It would not hurt for me to have one blossom to brighten my living room. After all, I am all alone.
You
except
need
for my
something
dog.
in your life besides that Dillamandy.
Put a lid on it, Clary. I was standing there looking at my naked magnolia tree when I saw Drum across the way loading what appeared to be a cannon. And I asked him, what happened to all those magnolia blossoms? And he said, well, the wind probably blew them off during the night. And then I asked him how the wind managed to blow them all off into your pool. Then he fired on me. Is that rude or what?
And Brooke would never end up feeling it lately.
Oh, he's a real gentleman. I bet he takes the dishes out of the sink before he pees in it. All I know is my poor dog has to be sedated. He has a condition.
Are you sure that's true? That is a very old dog.
I am simply going on what the bet tells me.
Which bet?
Whitey Black.
Well, that was your first mistake. Whitey Black is a moron. I'm not even sure he has opposable thumbs.
Miss Louisa, Daddy is not trying to drive me crazy. He's just trying to make my reception nice. His heart's in the right place.
But he can't do this to my dog. My dog is on his last leg. What am I going to do with that poor animal?
I've got a lot of nice recipes here.
Whatever your name is, would you look out that window and check on my dog while I slap Clary right in her smart mouth? You may not believe this, but these are the dearest friends I have in this town.
Well, his color's good. His skin is real pink.
Miss Louisa, I know for a fact there will be no more gunshots. So why don't you relax and have some coffee?
Ladies, this is going to work out beautifully. I am almost through with Shelby. And now you can shampoo Weezer. See, life can be wonderful.
All right. As long as there's no more gunshots, I'll stay. What is your name? Did you tell me?
Annelle.
Fine. Are you new in town? Now, I know everyone, and I don't recall ever seeing you before.
Well, I just moved to town not too long ago.
Oh, with your family?
No, I don't have any family to speak of.
Oh, with your husband?
My husband? I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm not sure.
I'm intrigued. Are you or are you not married? These are not difficult questions.
Well, I'm not. He's not. I can't talk about it.
Of course you can.
I'm not sure if I'm married or not. He's gone.
Honey, men are the most horrible creatures.
Everything is horrible. Bucky, that's my husband. He left. We only just moved here a month ago and he had us last week.
No idea where he went?
Nobody knows. He took everything.
Oh.
The money, my jewelry, and the car, and most of my clothes were in the trunk.
Well, have you been to the police? There might have been foul play.
No, but they've been to me. Oh, he was in big trouble with the law. Drugs or something. And he never paid our rent. So I got thrown out of our house. And I had to move in with me so miserably. And the police keep pressuring me, but I don't know anything. They say that my marriage may not even be legal.
Oh, honey, you should have said something.
I was scared to. Well, I need a job in the worst way, and I didn't know if you'd hire someone who may or may not be married to someone who might be a dangerous criminal. But I swear to you that my personal tragedy will not interfere with my ability to do it. I really don't think things could get any worse.
Of course they can.
You are so brave.
You must be made of courage.
I'm totally alone. Checks are bouncing everywhere and everything is going wrong. I keep asking myself, why me?
We are awful. We are all awful, hateful people. You know, all we've been talking about are weddings and psychotic animals, and we've been tearing up inside, haven't we? I can't tell you how sorry I am. And you've had such a terrible time. Sometimes we just don't know how lucky we are.
What can we do to help?
Well, I know one thing that I can do. Tonight you are dropping by my house and having some bleeding armadillo groom's cake. So
I still get real emotional sometimes.
I can't stand the thought of anyone being unhappy or alone tonight. And if you feel yourself starting to get sad, well, just watch my husband dance. It's very funny.
Oh, we enjoy being nice to each other. There's not much else to do in this town.
Oh, but I don't have anything to wear.
I bet I'll have something that'll do. I'll call house.
Now, if you're interested, my garage apartment will be for rent soon. My son's living there now, so give me a day to clean it up and sweep out the bed. Then come take a look at it. I'm sure we can work out some arrangements with the rent.
Oh, good. Jonathan, you have to do me a favor. Well, yes, now. Go into my closet and bring me 2 or 3 of my Sunday things. Well, just anything will do. Use your judgment. Very well. Bring me see the pink dress with the white collar, the pink suit with the cherries pinned on the jacket, and the pink and white polka dots. No, Jonathan, Mama does not have Daddy's gun. Don't you have better things to do? What? Well, stop it now! Nothing the matter. We'll see. Daddy got explosives and Jonathan's G.I. Joe rolling out instead of shot up into the trees. Shut up, Red! I hope nobody was hurt. The birds are flying out the window and the SWAT film filling up in your backyard.
Looks like Drum said his tree's on fire, or else he's elected a new pope.
All the birds are leaving. That's all she wrote. I'm gonna let that man have it. I don't know. He promised candy and her to stone.
Oh no, that dog will eat Drum alive and Drum is unarmed.
Please, let's do something.
Please, call your dog. He'll listen to you. Please, it's my wedding day. Say something to your dog. Kill, Rat! Kill!
He was so thoughtful, he brought me this pin. It's gold and enamel. It's a little pin.
It's a bug.
Well, it's fine jewelry. His little eyes are rubies, my birthstone.
Does Marshall have any, friends?
Oh, we talked a little bit about that. I'm such a nosy old thing. I asked him, how do you meet people? Because in my day, you could always tell by a man's carriage in the middle what side his bread was buttered on. But today, in this day and age, who knows? So I asked him, how can you tell? And he said, all gay men have bright light. And all gay men are named Mark, Rick, or Steve. He's such a nut, bright light.
Not really. Good morning.
Oh my goodness.
Morning, Mason. What's so funny?
Miss Marie was just telling us the true story of Track Lane.
Oh, I love mine. It highlights my new artwork.
Since when have you had track light?
About 3 weeks. It's in my foyer and up my stairs. It was my grandson's idea.
How is he? I have not seen him in years.
Steve's fine. I brought y'all some tomatoes. First of the season. Shelby, I didn't expect to see you here.
Well, I'm here.
Here, you take some tomatoes back home with you. There's plenty. Boy, your hair is short. Looks good.
Thank you, Miss Weezer. Jack Jr. loves tomatoes. He smears them on the cafe curtains in the kitchen.
Oh, your mama told us you become a wonderful gourmet cook.
Well, I tried. When Jackson and I were first married, all he would eat was meat, potatoes, and vegetables. Just the way his mama cooked them. Cooked to mush. But I've broken him of that. I even got some pate down here last week. He swore it was dog food. Jack Jr. loved it, though.
Larry, how many tomatoes do you want? Now, tomatoes have no calories and they're full of things.
Lisa, you are almost chipper today. Why are you in such a good mood? Did you run over a small child?
Do you or do you not want some tomatoes?
Don't give me all of them.
Well, I don't want them. I hate them. I try not to put anything healthy in my body if I can help it. You know, I have enough trouble getting grease in my diet as it is. I'll be glad when this body wears out.
Why do you grow them then?
Well, I'm an old southern woman. We're supposed to put on funny-looking hats and ugly old dresses and grow vegetables in the dirt. Now, don't ask me why. I don't make the rules.
Well, you should get some gloves. Your hands look like a couple of T-bone steaks.
Health is the most important thing, Miss Weezer. Trust me on this.
Oh, and while I have everyone's attention, this morning I went to my mailbox and discovered that someone has put me on the mailing list of the Riverview Baptist Church. Lucky me, I'm now receiving chain letters for Christ.
They're part of my prayer group's Reach Out and Touch project. We were each supposed to write someone in the community that we thought might be in, well, spiritual trouble.
And invite them to worship.
you and made everybody's list.
It is the worst possible taste to pray for perfect strangers.
Reach out to me so you're liable to bring back a bloody stump. Oh, Shelby, I just realized you saved me a phone call. Next Friday, Sister Bill and I are driving up to Monroe, and we'd like to take you and Jackson to dinner if we may.
I'm sorry, I can't Friday night. What's the occasion?
Well, you might think this is a little silly, but we're going up to the little theater. We have tickets to a play.
Clary, I didn't think you went to see anything that didn't have gold posted either end.
Well, up to now, we haven't. But one day over bridge, Sis and I decided that we should keep up. We decided we needed some exposure to culture. And that's not easy to find in this neck of the woods.
Just what exactly you exposing yourself to?
I don't know, something. The last thing we saw up there was pretty good. It was Shakespeare. I was a little apprehensive at first, but you know what? When you get right down to it, he writes pretty straightforward stuff. I have to admit, when they went behind curtains and put masks over their face to fool people, I thought that was kind of silly. Just liked it, but I didn't.
Sister Belle is so dumb. She thinks Sherlock Holmes is a subdivision.
Impossible to walk through there and not get made up.
We're just talking. I'm scared to death of getting on a plane.
Oh, there's nothing to it. You're safer in a plane than you are in a car. Just sit in the rear. That's the best place to survive the crash.
Miss Lisa, you should go to Monroe with Miss Clary.
I'm not exposing myself to anything.
You should broaden your horizons.
You broaden your horizons your way. I'll broaden my horizons mine. I have plans next Friday. I'm going to Shreveport to have my colors done.
Ooh. You what?
I'm going to get my colors done. I'm going to find out if I'm a summer, spring, winter, fall. It's present moment.
What are you talking about?
Every person has a particular color in a summer, spring, so on. You determine what season you are. Then you know what colors look best on you. Then they give you samples of the colors that are in your palette. It helps you when you shop for clothes. It gives you fashion courage.
That is the stupidest thing I've ever
It is all the rage.
A lot of my friends in Monroe have had it done.
Oh, there's a quiz on that very topic in that family circle over there. I'm the epitome of spring.
Why don't you have it done, Shelby? You're so fashion conscious.
No, I might find out that pink is not in my palette, and I don't think I can live with that.
I have heard it all. I am going to the theater. I am going to support the arts in our area.
I'll write a check. I'll support art. I just don't want to see it. Let's get one thing straight. I don't go to plays because I can nap at home for free. I go to movies because they're all trash and full of naked people. And I don't read books because if they're any good, they'll be made into a miniseries.
I am surprised you and Daddy don't get along any better than you do, Miss Reed. How are things with Owen? I tried to check up on you two, but I hadn't been able to lately.
They're all right. I enjoy his company.
I can report that the Sherwood florist delivery truck stops at her house at least twice a week.
He knows I like fresh flowers.
And I can further report that a strange car parked in her garage at least once a week.
There. My secret's out. I'm having an affair with a Mercedes-Benz.
Lisa, forgive me. I've been dying to ask this. Are you and Owen...
Wait. I must get a mental picture.
A dirty mind is a terrible thing to waste, but no. Not that it's any of anyone's business. But no, we're just friends. He'd like more, and I'm dealing with that. but I am old and set in my ways.
You're playing hard to get.
At her age, she should be playing beat the clock.
Hey, no talking trash in my shop.
I can't help it that men find me desirable.
Shelby, when are you gonna bring that baby of yours by?
Well, I brought a picture of my shop.
Oh, has he gained any weight? He is about 15 pounds now.
My, he is a tiny thing.
Well, he only weighed 1.5 pounds when he was born. Give him time to catch up.
Oh, bless his little heart. Oh, boy, those were some anxious hours, weren't they? We didn't know who to worry about the most, you or the baby.
Well, I wouldn't recommend having a baby 3 months premature.
I get nervous just thinking about it.
Well, then let's don't. Yeah, Jack Jr. sure is a little fighter. He is going to wear me out. I wish I knew where he gets all that energy.
Oh, well, don't you try to do it all by yourself. You get that husband of yours to help. They're supposed to be helping out this decade.
He does. Mama doesn't think he does, but he does help out sometimes when he thinks about it. He doesn't very often. Usually doesn't do a damn thing, and every weekend he's off hunting.
Yes, but Jackson certainly is a good provider.
Yes.
And he'll come around. And when he does, I want you to run and tell me how you accomplished it, and I'm gonna get to work on that soapy slug I'm married to.
This was pretty.
I think so. Private Passion is my favorite. It is luscious without being sleazy. Oh, ladies, next week we're gonna have to make some time adjustments. I'm gonna be here all by my lonesome. Nell's taking a well-deserved vacation.
Well, that's nice. You taking a trip?
Yes, I am.
Well, aren't you going to tell us where you're going?
No. Oh, please, Nell. I don't know how I'll get through the week without this information.
We'll just make fun.
Now, Nell, you know I love it when you go on and on and on about your spiritual growth. I can't get enough of it.
She has a very nice trip planned at Camp Crossroads in the Ozarks.
I don't believe I've ever heard of Camp Crossroads.
Oh, it's in the middle of Arkansas. It's a Christian camp. There's just cabins, a chapel, a dining hall in the middle of the mountains with a lake. I will spend a week in Bible study, prayer, and meditation. You're in the middle of nature, surrounded by the beauty of the Lord.
Are there water beds?
Weezer, leave her alone.
I just want to find out more about this Camp Cross-Eyed. I might want to go there.
You've never done a religious thing in your life.
That's not true. When I was in school, a bunch of my friends and I, we dressed up like nuns and went bar hopping.
No, he said he'd rather eat dirt.
You know, I think I'm going to check up on my granddaughter and make sure she's still going to the Episcopal Church. I think this born-again process is awfully tedious.
You know, Miss Weezer, I have to say this, and I don't mean to hurt you, but I worry about your face sometimes.
My faith is fine. It's my hair that needed the most work.
One of these days, somebody's going to cut the feet out of your socket.
Have you no shame?
Oh, it's all right, Trudy. I love Miss Weaver. I pray for her every day. Sometimes twice.
Then he told me he's got a good shot at getting that electrical contracting job at the new college library. Oh, I'm not supposed to tell anybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Clary. Welcome home. How was Paris?
Perfectly beautiful. I ate too much. I brought you back something pretty.
You shouldn't have. Oh, don't turn off Shelby's radio. I like the noise.
Just special programming today. I had Jonathan go to the station and pull the music that Shelby would have liked. He'll be playing it till noon.
He told me. I think you're going to be surprised at some of the stuff you hear.
That's okay. It's for Shelby.
Just tell us, Melina, what can we do?
Thank you. Trudy, do you think you could work a little magic? I know I look like 10 miles of dirt road.
Let me get my wand and my fairy dust.
doing, honey?
I'm fine. I'm a little worried about Drum. The boys got in last night. I really have no idea how they're doing. Jackson is Jackson. He has his hands full with Jack Jr. I will admit, it's hard to be somber with a baby running around the house.
And then I'm beside myself. Wasn't Shelby fine when I left? Can you talk about it?
Oh, sure. Basically, after the transplant failed, she went back on dialysis. You knew that. And she'd been doing fine the last few months. And suddenly, last Monday, everything went wrong. It was like dominoes. The doctors thought they could correct things with a little surgery. As they wheeled her down, she said, "Mama, I'm going to feel so good when this is over." They gave her the anesthetic.
Well, in a way, she was right. Well, maybe she knew she was going to be with her king.
Yes, Anil, maybe so.
We should be rejoicing.
But you go right ahead. I'm afraid I don't feel like it. I guess I'm a little selfish. I'd rather have her here.
Oh, Miss Malin, I don't mean to hurt you by saying that. You see, when something like this happens, I pray very hard to make heads or tails of it. I think that in Shelby's case, she wanted to take care of that baby, of you, of everybody she knew, and her poor body just got worn out. Wouldn't let her do all the things she wanted to do. So she went on to a place where she could be a guardian angel. She will always be beautiful. She will always be young. And I personally feel much safer knowing that she's up there on my side. Well, I know some people might think that sounds real simple and stupid, and maybe I am. But that's how I get through things like this.
Thank you, Nell. I appreciate that. And that's a very good idea. Shelby, as you know, would not want us to get all mired down and wallow in this. She would look on it as just one of life's occurrences. We should deal with it the best way we know how and get on with it. That's what my mind says. I wish somebody would explain that to my heart.
Maternity leave. Interested?
It was just with so much going on, I didn't know if I'd have time. Would feel like coming here, but this morning I wanted to come here more than anything. Isn't that silly?
No.
Last night I went into Shelby's closet for something, and guess what I found? All our Christmas presents stacked up and wrapped with her own two hands. Well, I better go.
You gotta check the back first.
Perfect, as always. You know, Shelby was right. It does look like a football helmet.
Oh, sit back down, honey. Are you all right?
Yes, I feel fine. I feel great. I could jog to Texas and back, but my daughter can't. She never could. Oh, I am so mad. I don't know what to do. I want to know why. I want to know why Shelby's life is over. How is that baby ever going to understand how wonderful his mother was? Is he ever going to understand what she went through for him? I don't understand it. Lord, I wish I could. It's not supposed to happen this way. I'm supposed to go first. I've always been ready to go first. Oh, I can't That was very funny, Clarice.
Well, I have to admit, I laughed. Although that wasn't a very Christian thing to do with Clarice. Well, honey, you gotta laugh. No. My husband says the same thing. Boy, good, got a kick out of that one.
Lloyd always got his enjoyment at my expense when he was alive.
You know how much Lloyd adored Shelby. I just know that he's up there right now, showing her around, fixing her parking tickets.
Crazy about Lloyd.
Oh, she worshipped the quicksand he walked on. I'm not sure when she got up there, he was awfully glad to see a friendly face. He was a Louisiana politician. We didn't know many people who went to heaven.
Clarice,
You know I love you more than my luggage.
Well, now that you two have made up, we better let this woman go. She has to pull herself together. She cannot be a pillar of strength with makeup running all down her face.
You're going out there, Miss Melinda. We'll be fine.
I shouldn't have gone on the way I did. I made everybody cry. I'm sorry.
Oh, don't be silly. Laughter through tears is my favorite emotion.
Maybe it was about time I had an emotional outburst. Maybe I should have him around home more often. Drunk would be so pleased. I'm so happy I came by. Shelby would have had a good time here this morning.
I'm sure she did.
Lynn, tell your family, especially Drum, that they're in my prayers. Yes, Anel, I pray. There, I said it. Are you satisfied?
I have suspected this all along.
Don't you go inviting me to your church's tent revivals where those Bible beaters do God only knows what. They'll probably make me eat a live chicken.
Well, not on your first visit.
Malin, Drum wanted me to tell you that you'll end his thoughts.
Well, I didn't think that...
I mean, Owen.
I thought you two had...
Well, he's coming in this Monday to take me to Shelby's service. You know, that girl will do just about anything to get us together.
I better go.
Lynn promised she'd call if you need anything. You hear? Oh, and if her line's busy, you call me.
Well, call me. I had a call waiting. Just got it.
I will.
Oh, Miss Melinda. Well, I don't know if this is the time or the place, but, well, Sammy and I decided if this was a girl, we wanted to name it Shelby, since she was the reason we met in the first place. If you don't mind.
My, Shelby would love that. I'm tickled pink.
And what will you name it if it's a boy?
Shelby, I guess.
That's the way it should be. Life goes on.
Lynn, I know it hurts, but it'll get better.
And if you ever feel like taking a whack at something, come on over and hit on me. I don't break.
I may take you up on that. Oh, you all have no idea how wonderful you are.
Of course we do.
There. That's better.
Exactly 10 years ago.
11.
Right. And it was Debbie.
Debbie?
She's the one that set us up.
It was love at first sight.
Spooky is what it was. I mean, how could she know?
She just knew.
We couldn't ask for anything else.
Maybe some track lighting.
The agents of Windermere, Cronin, and Kaplan Realty Group have been matchmakers for over 20 years. We know the perfect house for you.
If I'm ever in the market again, I'm calling Debbie.
Hey, tap us with the music. The music must be free too.
Good evening. How do you do? Are we too early?
Oh, not at all. It's perfectly all right. Come right in. We're glad to see you. Now it's perfectly all right. Just make yourselves at home.
Tony, how could you possibly? I don't know. I thought that really, Tony, this is most embarrassing.
Not at all. We're happy to see you.
We weren't doing a thing. Just a quiet little evening at home.
That's all. Now, don't let it bother you, please. Mrs. Kirby, may I take your wrap?
Oh, well, if you're perfectly sure that we're not...
Oh, they're perfectly harmless. Now, don't be concerned, please. Let me go into the kitchen.
Oh, thank you. Of course, we're so used to them around the house. Oh, I'm sorry to trouble you, but snakes happen to be the most...
Tony, I feel very uncomfortable about this. How could you do such a thing? I'm sorry, Dad. I thought it was tonight. Very careless of you, very.
Oh, now, Mr. Kirby, anybody can get mixed up.
I'll tell you, how about some dinner for these folks? They came really well.
Oh, please, don't bother. We're really not hungry at all. Oh, it's no bother.
Mr. Kirby, won't you sit down, make yourself comfortable?
Thank you.
Mr. Kirby, how do you feel about business conditions? Are we pretty well out of the depression, do you think?
Oh, yes, I think so. Of course, it all depends.
But you do figure that things are going to continue to improve?
Well, broadly speaking, yes, but, well, as a matter of fact, business is operating at 64% of full capacity, of course, against, but in 1929, when we were...
I think that's pretty strange. He's really not quite accountable for her actions. She's a friend of Mrs. Sycamore.
I'm afraid, Mrs. Sycamore, I'm not very good at dancing.
Oh, any fool can play this game. Remember Mr. Kirby said he didn't want to play. Oh, he'll love it. Here you are, Mr. Kirby. Write your name on this piece of paper. And you do the same on this one, Mr. Kirby. Everyone is this game. Oh, I I used to play it when I was in school. It's called Forget Me Not. Now, I'm going to call out 5 words, just anything at all, and as I call out each word, you're to write down the first thing that comes to your mind. For instance, if I called out chair, you could put down table. Or if I called out grass, you might put down green. It shows the reactions people have to things. You see how simple it is, Mr. Kirby.
Oh, come on, Father, be a sport. Very well. I shall be happy.
Oh, you see, Alice, he does want to play. Now, are we ready?
Ready?
Oh, now remember, Mr. Kirby, you must play fair. And put down the first thing that comes to your mind. Ready? The first word is potato. Potato. The next word is bathroom. Got bathroom?
Go ahead.
The next word is lust. There isn't exactly anything that you should be saying. Oh, listen, tell us that's a perfectly all right word. It's not all right. Oh, I don't know. It seems to me to be a perfectly fair word. You see, now you mustn't interrupt the game.
May I have that last word again?
Mr. Kirby.
I've got it.
What a game, isn't it?
And the next word is honeymoon. And the last word is sex. Everybody got sex? Okay, now I'm going to gather up the papers. May I have your papers?
Yes. What happens next?
Oh, this is the exciting part. This is where I read your reaction.
Oh, I see. This is really a rather interesting game.
Oh, I know you'd like it, Mr. Kirby. I'm going to read your paper first. Listen, everyone. This is Mr. Kirby. Potato, steak. Oh, see how they go together? Steak, potato. Very good, Mr. Kirby. Very good.
Well, I just happened to think of it.
Very good. Bathroom, toothpaste. And lust, unlawful. Oh, yes. Lust is definitely unlawful. And honeymoon, trip. And sex, male. Definitely male. That really was a very good case.
You know, this is more than a game, you know. It's sort of an experiment in psychology, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It shows exactly how the mind works.
Who's next?
Oh, and now we'll see how Mrs. Kirby's mind works. This is Mrs. Kirby. Potatoes, starch. Oh, yes, I know exactly what you mean, Mrs. Kirby. And bathroom, Mr. Kirby. Mr. Kirby.
I don't quite follow that, my dear.
Oh, I don't know. I just thought of you in connection with it. Well, you are in there a good deal. Baby, shaving. Well, you do take a long time.
Indeed. I hadn't realized I had been selfish in the matter. Please go on, Mrs. Sycamore.
You know, this is really such a silly game. I think we ought to stop.
No, please go on, Mrs. Sycamore.
Lust, human.
Human?
What I meant was, lust is, after all, a human emotion.
I disagree with you. Lust is not a human emotion, it is depraved.
Very well, Anthony. I'm wrong. Really, this is such a pointless game. Suppose we play 20 questions.
No, I find this game rather interesting. Go on, Mr. Sycamore. What is the next word?
Honeymoon.
Oh, yes. What was Mrs. Kirby's answer to that one?
Honeymoon, dull. Hot Springs wasn't very gay that season with all those old people sitting around on the porch all afternoon and nothing to do at night.
That didn't happen to be your reaction at the time, as I recall.
This is only a game, Father.
Yeah, and a very illuminating game. This is the line, Mrs. Sycamore.
Oh, this one's all right, Mr. Kirby. That's Wall Street.
Wall Street? What do you mean by that?
I don't know what I meant, Anthony. Nothing. It was just the first thing that came into my head. That's all.
Yes, but what does it mean, Saks Wall Street?
I don't know what it means. It's just that you're always talking about Wall Street, even when we're... Would you mind terribly if we didn't stay for dinner? I'm afraid this game has given me a headache. I understand, Mrs. Kirby.
Yes, just perhaps we had better postpone the dinner if you don't mind.
But you are coming tomorrow night. Oh, we have another engagement tomorrow night.
Perhaps we had better postpone the whole affair for a little while. The hot weather and...
I think we're being very...
Probably thinks we all run around here naked or something.
There's somebody coming. A strange lady with a strange dog.
That would be Weezer.
That is one ugly dog. What kind of dog is that?
Well, if Red had hair, he'd be a collie.
Oh,
Lord, give us strength.
This is it. I have found it. I am in hell. Oh, name Don't try to get on my good side. I no longer have one.
Well, you are a little early. You're not expected here till 11-ish.
That's precisely why I'm here. I have to cancel. I have to take my dog to the vet before he has a nervous breakdown. A dog, that is. The vet's perfectly healthy. You must be the new girl. May I have a glass of water, please? I have been screaming all morning.
I'm sorry, this whole thing has gotten out of hand.
Melinda, it is not your fault. I used to think that you were crazy for marrying that man. And then for a few years I thought maybe you was just a glutton for punishment. Now I realize you were on some mission from God. I have not slept in days. Oh, and I look like a dog's dinner. However, when I got up this morning, I decided I would rise above it. I would start anew. Whatever that man had done, I would overlook it in honor of your wedding day, Shelby. So I thought I would make myself look a little presentable and floss up the house a bit. I go down to my garden to cut me some fresh flowers. And I go out to my magnolia tree, and there is not a bloom on it.
Weezer, the judge has not decided whose tree that is exactly.
Oh, it's mine. Be that as it may, it wouldn't hurt one bit for me to have one little blossom to brighten up my home. After all, I am all alone except for my dog.
You need something in your life besides that dumb animal.
Oh, put a lid on it, Clary. I was standing there looking at my naked magnolia tree when I saw Drum across the way loading what appeared to be a cannon. And I asked him, what happened to all those lovely magnolia blossoms? And he said, well, the wind must have blown them off during the night. And then I asked him how the wind managed to blow them all off into your pool, and he fired on me. Is that rude or what?
The blanks. Drum would never aim a gun at a lady.
Oh, he's a real gentleman. I bet he takes the dishes out of the sink before he pees in it. All I know is that my dog has to be sedated. He has a condition.
Are you sure that's true? Red is a very old dog.
I am simply going on what the vet tells me.
Which vet?
Whitey Black.
Well, that is your first mistake. Whitey Black is a moron. I'm not even sure he has opposable thumbs.
Weezer, my daddy is not trying to drive you crazy. He's trying to make my reception nice. His heart is in the right place.
But he can't do that to my dog. My dog's on his last leg. What am I going to do with that poor animal?
Oh, well, I have a lot of good recipes right here.
Darling, whatever your name is, would you look out that window and check on my dog while I slap Clary in her smart mouth? You may not believe this, but these are the dearest friends I have in this town.
But his color's good. His skin is real pink.
I know for a fact, Miss Weasel, there will be no more gunshots. So why don't you just relax and have some coffee?
Ladies, this is gonna work out beautifully. I'm almost through with Shelby. And now you can shampoo Louisa. Now see, life could be wonderful.
Well, all right, as long as there's no more gunshots, I'll stay. What is your name? Did you tell me?
Nell.
Fine. Are you new in town? Now, I know everyone, and I don't recall ever seeing you before.
I just moved to town not too long ago.
With your family?
No, I don't have any family to speak of.
With your husband?
Husband? It's hard to say. I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm not sure.
I'm intrigued. Are you or are you not married? These are not difficult questions.
We're not. I can't talk about it.
Of course you can.
I'm not sure if I'm married or not. He's gone.
Oh, honey. Men are the most horrible creatures.
Everything is horrible. Bunky, that's my husband. He left. Well, only moved to town a month ago. He just vanished last week.
No idea where he went?
Nobody knows. He took all the money, my jewelry, the car. Most of my clothes were in the trunk.
There might have been foul play, Annelle. Have you been to the police?
No, but they've been to me. He's in big trouble with the law, drugs or something. He never paid the rent, so I got thrown out of my house and had to move in at crazy Elvis Rogalines. Well, the police keep questioning me, but I don't know anything. They say my marriage may not be legal.
Oh, you should have said something.
I was scared to. I needed a job in the worst way, and I didn't know if you'd hire someone who may or may not be married to someone who might be a dangerous criminal. But I swear to you that my personal tragedy will not interfere with my ability to do good hair.
Of course it won't.
Things could get any worse.
Of course they can.
You all so brave.
You must be made of courage.
Totally alone. Everything is going wrong. Checks are bouncing everywhere. I keep asking myself, why me?
You're awful. You know, we are hateful, awful people. All we've been talking about is weddings and psychotic animals. We've just been tearing you up inside, haven't we? Can't tell you how sorry I am now, and you've been such a terrible time already. Sometimes I guess we don't realize how lucky we are.
What can we do to help?
I know one thing I can do. Tonight you're gonna drop by my house and have some bleeding armadillo groom's cake. Oh, it's gonna be a great party.
I don't know. I still get real emotional sometimes.
I could have bear the thought of someone being unhappy or alone tonight. If you feel yourself start getting sad, you watch my husband dance. That's very funny.
You're all so nice.
We enjoy being nice to each other. There's not much else to do in this town.
Oh, I don't have anything to wear.
I bet I have something that'll do. I'll call the house.
Now, if you're interested, my garage apartment will be available soon. My son is living there now. Give me a day to sweep out that bed. And you come by, you look at it. I'm sure we can work out some arrangement with the rent.
Oh, Jonathan, you have to do me a favor. Yes, now, Jonathan, go in my closet and bring me 2 or 3 of my Sunday things. No, just anything. Use your judgment, Jonathan. Okay, very well. Bring me the pink dress with the white collar, and the pink suit with the chairs pinned on the jacket. Oh, and the pink and the white polka dot. No, Jonathan, Mama does not have Daddy's gun. Don't you have better things to do? What? We'll stop him right now!
Is something the matter?
We'll see. Daddy tried to expose Jonathan's G.I. Joe bow and arrow and shot him in the tree.
Oh, shut up, Red! Nobody was hurt. Well, there's birds are flying every which way, and there's white smoke billowing up from your backyard.
It looks like Drum City's tree's on fire. He just elected a new pope.
I guess it worked. I'm going to leave it.
Oh, that does it. I'm gonna let that man have it.
suit that will lift and separate. I look for one that will divide and conquer. I've always been built for speed, not comfort.
Miss Clary, who won the title your year?
Oh, child, nobody. There wasn't even a Merry Christmas festival when I was in high school. Why, Jesus wasn't even born till I was a junior in college. I remember it distinctly. All my friends and I were out watching our flocks by night.
Get over there, get over there. Adele's got a gift right your head.
Look at the spit.
Come on in, Weezer.
The parade doesn't start for 4 more hours and people are already parking on my lawn. They'll flatten my grass.
Oh, here, let me hold you.
I hate out-of-town tourists.
Hi there.
Shelby, what are you doing here?
Being a tourist, I guess, but I won't flatten your grass, Miss Weezer, I promise.
Good God, you had the good sense to move away from this festival of madness. I didn't understand why you'd come back for a couple of firecrackers and drunk teenagers urping on your shoes.
Well, I like it.
Miss Weezer, I think you need a healthy dose of Christmas spirit.
Oh, I have so much Christmas spirit I could scream.
Merry Christmas.
I just finished putting out my lawn decorations.
Weezer, keep off the grass signs on Christmas decorations.
They are bordered in holly. Oh. You made these, didn't
With
you?
my own 2 hands.
Well, your present's back at the house. I haven't wrapped it yet.
How is Red?
Oh, he's getting along. As a matter of fact, he is the poster dog for the Christmas festival.
That is Rat. I didn't recognize him. It's nice to see Rat with hair again.
I have to run some errands, but before I go, Miss Weezer. Miss Weezer, I ran into an old friend of yours.
Oh?
Owen Jenkins.
Oh.
Oh, and now there's a blast from the past.
Do you remember him? He remembers you.
Of course I remember him. He had the longest nose hair in the free world.
He doesn't anymore. He hardly has any hair anywhere.
Owen's been gone from Chickapin since God was a boy. I forgot he ever existed.
Well, now Owen lives in Monroe and he goes to First Presbyterian. He sings in the choir. One night at choir practice, we were singing this especially beautiful Mozart thing, and I was just moved to tears, and he offers me his handkerchief. So we get to talking, and well, when he found out where I was from, he asked if I knew you. I said not only did I know you, but that you were a neighbor, and well, your dogs almost killed my father on numerous occasions. Said a very interesting life. He lived in Ohio somewhere, and his wife just recently passed away, and then he moved back down here.
Does the story have a point?
No, not really, Miss Weezer. I just think he remembers you fondly, that's all.
Can't imagine why. He wasn't a bad fella, but I managed to run him off and marry the first of 2 total deadbeats.
Unrequited love, my favorite.
Maybe I could arrange for us all to get together sometime.
Maybe not.
Why not?
Shelby, in just a few decades, I managed to marry 2 of the most worthless men in the universe and proceed to have 3 of the most ungrateful children ever conceived. Now, the only reason people are nice to me is because I have more money than God, and I am not about to open up a new can of worms.
Do I detect a negativity in your tone?
Weezer, if that is really the way you feel, it's not healthy. Maybe you should think about coming on down to the garden center and talking to someone. We're here to help.
I'm not crazy. I've just been in a very bad mood for 40 years.
Well, now I gotta get rid of those old clothes. What do you want me to do with them?
Just bring them in.
Okay. Then I am gonna go finish my Christmas shopping, Mama.
Shelby, I could shoot you. I haven't even started.
Oh, please, I haven't even done my dishes from Thanksgiving.
What did you get your mama?
I told her this morning what part of it was.
Well, let's hear it, Missy.
I think it's a secret.
Obviously, there's no such thing in this room.
It's up to you, honey.
I'm going to have a baby.
No wonder you haven't said much this morning, Malin. Grandma Malin. Well, aren't you excited? Smile. It increases your face value.
It's gonna be June 21st.
And those doctors said she couldn't have children. Now what do they know? Guess you showed them, huh, Shelby?
The doctor said Shelby shouldn't have children. There's a big difference. I guess you showed us all, Shelby.
Well, I gotta get those clothes.
Miss Weezer, you gonna bring your shrimp meat pies to our open house tonight?
Oh, don't I always? They'll be there.
Good. So will Owen. I opened the worms for you.
I can't believe she did that. Owen Jenkins, after all these years? I don't think I can be gracious under pressure.
Shelby. My heart does get the best of us sometimes.
This baby, that's not exactly great news, is it, Malin?
She wants it so badly. I don't know, boy.
Oh, honey. I wished I had some words of wisdom, but I don't. So, I will focus on the joy of the situation. Congratulations.
Absolutely.
Diabetics have healthy babies all the time.
It will all be fine.
Of course it will.
That's right. Thank you. I appreciate that. You know what they say? That which does not kill us makes us stronger.
What is this girl up to?
So Shelby's donating some clothes to the poor.
Well, I hope more people like pink.
Don't compliment our trade.
Miss McGinn, are you sure you don't mind me taking them if your patients need them?
Oh, no. Shelby said you could have them, and what she says goes.
That is not true, Mama.
Shelby, you always insist on having the last word.
I do not.
Yeah, go ahead, Charlice.
When you take it off, it's done like this. Okay. Oh, he's getting buried in the morning. Ding dong, the bells are gonna chime. Now I'll start living. I've been forgiven. Oh Lord, and no longer has its hold on me.